Hello, everyone. Welcome to Couch Co-op, episode 20. We are
Yep, 20.
into the 20s now. Yeah, so I'm joined by Cal as always. I'm Riley, and we're gonna have a great episode. How you doing?
I'm all right. I feel like every week I have another weird family disaster going on, but that's just my life. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm okay. All my lights went out behind me, so I have to use these Halloween ones that I got from last year. Actually, that's what I've been using for the past 10 episodes or so. But yeah, so I got some new lights around. I just did some grocery shopping. I had to work yesterday, a full shift, so that kind of sucked. But I'm ready to talk about stuff. So
Well, I didn't notice until you said anything, so you could have gotten away with
oh
it.
yeah,
Well, it's been a weird, I feel like it's a weird week. I feel like it's a weird year for news, but especially a weird week. There was a tragedy do you know where it happened? I actually don't know like the location. Doesn't super matter, but
let's see here, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a tragedy, and it looks like, I don't even know where to start with this one. It's a multi-layered story, and we'll start with the surface layer. These two adolescent kids, I saw 17 years old. I don't know if they were both 17. They participated in what is called, I don't, is it actually a challenge, or is that what were they trying to start the challenge? Like, I haven't seen anything else about it.
I I don't know if it was something that they started. I'm looking on Drama Alert now. It just says new TikTok quote stolen car hit and run challenge end quote going viral. I'm not sure if it's the one or not, but I mean this is regardless. This is the one that's everywhere, man, and
Yeah.
the video is kind of gruesome. So
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to set a new trend here. Like TikTok's getting boring, and people are creating. It's like the Tide Pod thing all over again. Except, I mean, this is worse because it's affecting other people. But effectively, what happens is there's two young men. They steal a car. In the video it shows them rear-ending a car, and that car goes careening off to the side of the road. And then there's an older gentleman on a bike, and I believe he was a retired police captain or police chief or policeman of some sort. And and it is brutal. Like, it's hard to watch. They
yeah,
they run him down, and you see him hit the car, and you see him just fly off the back of the car, and he ends up dying.
yeah. I could read this. I think it's a police report here for you if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Las Vegas, a 17-year-old boy faces open murder charges nearly 2 weeks after he allegedly hit and killed a bicyclist in the northwest Las Vegas Valley. On August 14th, around 6 p.m., Metro Police responded to a report of a hit and run crash near Tenaway and Centennial Parkway. When officers arrived, they found a 64-year-old bicyclist suffering from life threatening injuries. The bicyclist was taken to University Medical Center where he was later pronounced dead. Evidence at the scene and witness statements show that the victim was riding a bicycle northbound on a Tenaya when a Hyundai, driving at a presumed high speed, intentionally hit the bicyclist from behind. The driver then left the scene, police said. Police later found and arrested the 17-year-old driver of the Hyundai and determined that the car was stolen and that he was fleeing the separate hit and run and crash. The driver was also involved with several other vehicle and ends there. So yeah, I mean, and then obviously this video was uploaded somewhere. So that just it goes back to like literally every other TikTok challenge, like you said, Tide Pods or the people who are licking ice creams in grocery stores and putting it back on the shelves and getting in trouble with the law because they recorded themselves committing a crime. like, well, actually, this isn't even the only video to come out recently of people like committing crimes and kind of going viral. Um, Let me see if I can find real quick who it was. So these two people broke into a house of like a D-list rapper, and what they did, they slapped this guy on the back of the head when he was sleeping, and they ran away while recording it, and that was it. They didn't steal anything. Yeah, they just They broke into the guy's house. He was sleeping. They slapped him on the head and ran out. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, I think I don't remember who it was. It's not a very well known rapper, but I did hear about that. But like, okay, and condolences to the families, anybody that knows this man, because it's a tragedy. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I'm not giving sympathy to these people because they did something terrible, but it's unfortunate for them. Not unfortunate for them, but in general, like they are going to spend a lot of time behind bars. At least they should. Hopefully, they will. I mean, because if they get away with it, like they got away with murder, and I feel like once you do something like that, what's to stop you from doing it again? You look at all the mass murderers mass unalivers. I don't know. People get timid about saying that word, but we're in an age where I feel like we should be the smartest because we have smartphones. We have literally knowledge at our fingertips. You could learn anything on the internet. You can literally learn how to do anything on YouTube. But we're also the dumbest generation because we film everything we do and post it on social media.
Yeah.
Like that's your evidence that will put you away for life, or at least get you charged with some crime like licking ice cream or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But these challenges, man, I don't know. And there was the walking into people's house, random person's house challenge.
Yeah, right.
And you film yourself doing it, and it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, most of the stuff I just don't know what to say to it because I feel like it should be common sense not to do these things, but I mean, I grew up in like the Tide Pod era, right? But I didn't know anyone that did anything like that. I don't know. I just felt like it's just not something that people should be doing. And like, come on, like we're not locked in our houses anymore. We shouldn't be this bored, right? But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
it's really sad what happened to that guy. Like if you like watch it on the video, it's clear as day what they did. It's
yeah,
yeah, so
yeah. There's no question about it. Like they didn't try to like go around him. They didn't stop to help or anything. Like they run this man down and just keep going, and it's tragic. It's terrible.
this kind of reminds me of when you might know a story. I don't know like the names, but these like group of kids, they would go up on an overpass over a highway and throw, I think it was like bricks and rocks onto cars, and they killed some people doing it. And then I think they got life in prison. And then some other ones, I think it had to do with like Slender Man, and this one girl like sacrificed in quotes her friend to Slenderman, and then that was just like insane, stuff that you heard about, and it just keeps happening. It's like, I don't know. I think, of course, they're dumb, stupid kids, but also I think that parents need to put more restrictions on what their um, uh, children do on the internet or look at or whatever. I mean, I don't see the internet getting any less rowdy. I feel like that just has to be done at like the household instead of holding these companies accountable.
Well, right, and there's no way to like monitor every single thing that goes on any server, and they try. They put the AI voice chat bot or whatever monitoring bot in Xbox now, and I saw too. There's like new games like GTA 6 and supposedly call it any M-rated game is supposed to have like a face, like they're gonna implement a face scanning software. So in order to buy the game, it has to analyze has to look at your face and make sure you're not a kid and all this stuff. And they're trying, but they never will. And I always laugh. It's like the most boomer thing. I can like when people wanted to ban TikTok, ban TikTok, ban YouTube, whatever it is, and it would be, it doesn't matter what the app is. It's whenever something bad happens on one of them, there's people crying to ban something. You can't ban it, but like you said, if I think parenting has the most impact on these things. Like you can't ban you can't ban everything. You can't ban, but at home parents can ban bad behavior, and that's the
Mhm.
only place that things really change. Yeah, I as you were saying, the girl that sacrificed her friend to Slender Man. I was watching a while back. There was a Dateline episode, and there was these girls, and they basically they trick this other girl into thinking that they're friends, and they lure her out, and they're going out deep into the woods to like drink and stuff, and they
Mhm.
film the whole thing, and they end up just they all the it's a I think there's three of them, and they all have knives, and they just like stab her to death, and then they bury her
Wow.
just in a shallow grave, you know. And they film it, and it doesn't come out for a while, but everyone at the high school is like so sad, and these girls, you know, and it's so malicious
Mhm.
because it shows like interviews with these friends, and they're just like, we just want her back, and we're so sad, and you know, and all this stuff. And then it comes out that they were the ones that actually, you know, put her in the ground,
Mhm.
and you know, and that was from 10, 15 years ago. And so I can only imagine now like how crazy things are getting and how crazy things will get
Yeah.
with our current social media. So,
Mhm.
it's crazy. Um and this brings up another topic, and I
Mhm.
wasn't sure if we were going to talk about it, but we might as well just a little bit since we're on like the social media stuff
Yeah.
and like behaviors. So I saw that Logan Paul's girlfriend, and I forget her name, Lena, something like
Nina,
that.
yeah.
She put a restraining order, I believe, on Dylan Dennis, who has been leaking a bunch of her photos, implying that she's slept with all these men.
Yeah.
But there's a debate going on online, and I'm curious to see what you think about it. That because I think it was Keemstar. He basically was implying that I hope the good guy wins in this fight, implying that Dylan Dennis is the good guy.
Mhm.
But I mean, I just think he's a bully, man. I don't know. Like I know he's doing it to get to Logan, but there's a third party involved, and I just think it's kind of I think it's kind of dirty. But I don't
Mhm.
know. What do you think?
Here's what I think. Both of them used to be crypto scammers, so
Hmm.
they could both go down, and I don't really care. But um, I I just think that it's just hilarious because it. Well, like I said, they're both crypto scammers, but like Logan Paul has had this um reputation for Crypto Zoo specifically and not paying back the victims after saying that he would. So I don't know. No matter what happens, I just like to see Logan Paul fall as much as I can. So and they actually did some like face to face interviews, I think, or like pre fight one on ones or whatever. And I don't know. From what actually, Dylan Dennis wore the same hat that Logan wore in the Suicide Forest when he went there in Japan, and that was super funny. But man, I still can't believe Logan published that video. Jeez. Anyway, anyway, um, yeah, I don't know. I think that personally, I think Logan Paul deserves it because he's been kind of shitty. He is a shitty person. I was going to say recently, but it goes way back further than just recently. But yeah, I don't know. I'm personally, if the fight ever happens, I won't be watching it. I could care less. I hope that they both get knocked out somehow. Maybe the stage will collapse in or something. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if that
Yeah,
sounds
no,
terrible, but
yeah, it'll be interesting. Like you said, if the fight actually happens, I know Logan is claiming that Dylan is going to give himself COVID-19, so he doesn't have to fight. We'll see. And then I saw Dylan Dennis challenged. He pledged his. Let's see. He bet Logan his entire winnings, and if he won, he was going to give it to all the victims of Crypto Zoo,
hmm.
which is hilarious. I mean, it would be interesting to see if he actually did it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think Logan definitely deserves to win. I think going after again, like going after a third party person, that's what I don't really like. Like I'm all for him targeting Logan, but
Hmm.
I think that I think it's gone a little too far as the harassment or cyberbullying or whatever you want to call it of his girlfriend. But I don't know. That's just me. I don't think it's very upstanding or very manly to bully a girl, I guess is my opinion. So like you said, I hope they both get knocked out. I just think that it would be the greatest thing if they both just haymaker, hit each other, connect, and they both go down.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really followed their drama that much since the restraining order, so. But if that's all you have on that, we were talking about banning things on TikTok. Well, back to our favorite game franchise, Call of Duty. They made another oopsie with an operator bundle last month. So here's what they did. They released this monkey skin. They're keeping with the theme of animal skins, and they released it on Warzone Mobile for, I think, only a couple days, and they removed it. So here's what happened. If you equip the skin in Warzone Mobile, you'll receive an automatic 30-day ban, even if you legitimately bought it when it appeared in the store. Next time you equip it, you will be banned again, and so on. The skin now has a ban marker on it, and the bundle is not releasing again. And then on Twitter, someone asked a news account for Call of Duty, "I'm confused why, though." The news account replied, "It was released by accident on Warzone Mobile. It has never been released due to black monkey racism claims. And if you bought it when it did appear, it doesn't matter. It has a ban marker on it, and you will be issued a 30-day ban when you try to use it."
I just I can't keep up with them anymore, man.
No.
Like another day, another Activision debacle. And I just this one especially. I mean, none of them make sense, but this one I think has to take the cake. Like this one has to just be the topping on the cake because it's a skin that you quote unquote released on quote unquote accident. But if your players equipped it, they will get banned. But if it's bannable, why not take it out of the game?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's some legal reason because people will have to spend money on it to buy it, And then, I don't know, man. But
I mean, it might be, but that's a stupid reason to keep it. Well, we have to keep it in there because they bought it. But if they use it, we'll ban them. I mean, that is the most Activision thing I can think of. But
you know what would be funny if they applied that skin onto hackers, and every time the hackers got onto it, signed in, they would just be banned instantly over and over again.
Bro, that is the greatest. I think that's the greatest idea I've ever heard in reference to dealing with hackers.
Yeah,
that is great. So what it is, and you'll probably show an image of it, but it looks like a guy in a gorilla mask. Is what it is. It's not a gorilla, it's a guy in a gorilla mask.
Yeah, it's like the guy in the gorilla costume from that one SpongeBob episode walked off set and put on a bunch of military gear. That's what it looks like.
But yeah, like I said, dude, I mean, I just feel like with Activision, we're getting to a point where you just can't keep track of what they're doing and the stupidity of what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, I know, but and maybe it's just because, like we've talked about before, they have so many developers just creating these skins, and it's probably their whole job. Like, you create a skin this week or you're out of here, and maybe that's why. I don't know. All I know is there's a new skin every week or every day. It seems like Call of Duty's tweeting out a new one. And so I understand how it could get made, how it could get created, but if it's so bad, how did it make it so far up the line to the point where it's even ready to get activated in the store? It blows my mind.
Yeah, and one of the last ones was 21 Savage, 21, 21, 21. The that one artist, if you want to call him that, from hip hop. He to celebrate 50 years of hip hop, they did Nicki Minaj and 21 Savage of all people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like Call of Duty is trying to be Fortnite, where they think that they can just cross over with whatever, right? 21 Savage, this stupid monkey thing, and I don't know. Like you said, it's just they focus on the wrong things, and they get. I mean, I don't know the numbers that they make off of bundles and skins and stuff, but I'm sure it's a lot because the average Joes. We hate the average Joes, but yeah, it's
Right. Each bundle's what, $20, $25
yeah.
on average. So I mean, you sell 100 of those a day. I'm bad at math. What's that? $2,000 just right there, just from that single skin.
Yeah.
Probably took somebody, I don't know, 20 hours to make. I don't know how long it takes them to make these, but
Yeah, but just a small little tidbit I thought we'd bring up. We gotta shit on them when we can.
it's our Activision fail of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem, before we change topic, it does seem like Modern Warfare 2 was a throwaway game. More, I mean, we all know that, right? But it seems like more and more it was a throwaway game where they're like, all right, we're going to bring Modern Warfare 3. I mean, they always say this, right? They always say, we're gonna bring it back on track. We're gonna make this the most realistic boots on ground experience that you could ever have, blah blah blah. But it does seem like with Modern Warfare 2, I can't think of one thing they've done that has been positive. Like every single thing, Warzone 2, people don't really like it. They got rid of Verdansk. They got rid of is it Caldera? Is that
they're going to this week actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what, the 21st or something, like 23rd, I can't remember. But I can't think of one positive thing. And so I feel like they were testing the community and they were like, let's see how far we can push people before they just like bail on Call of Duty. And then we'll pull them back in with a brand new Call of Duty, and it will be just like none of this ever happened, because every time we bring out a new Call of Duty game, we pretty much just delete the old one. So I don't know.
And actually, while we're still on Call of Duty, there is a new rumor about the next Treyarch game and the game after that they will be getting the Modern Warfare 3 treatment. After Treyarch releases their next game, the game after that will also be a Treyarch game, but with Black Ops 2 maps all remastered for day one, just like Modern Warfare 3. Oh, boy.
I just... You can't blame them at a certain point, because we keep, the gamers keep buying them, and effectively, like, I think they're dumb for not having capitalized on Zombie Chronicles already, and not having done Zombie Chronicles 2 on the Black Ops 3 engine, because everybody loves the Black Ops 3 engine for zombies. Nobody liked the Black Ops 4 one. Cold War one is okay. Like, I just feel like you're gonna do it in a future game, and it's just gonna be so different than what Black Ops 2 actually is. But my point is, I just feel like they are finally wising up, and they're like, oh, people really like it if we remaster the good ones, the ones that they really like. So let's just make a whole game about that. Let's not have any original thoughts and just recreate the old stuff, but make it shinier.
Yeah.
But
I'm sick of it, man.
But there's going to be transit
on God.
PS5 with PS5 visuals.
Bro, transit... how many transit remasters are in development for mod tools right now? There's at least 2 that I know of. Like, it's going to be remade like 3 times by the time Treyarch finally gets around to it.
Yeah, and probably better, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, while we're on the topic of gaming, there's a There's this service that's, I believe, it's kind of like Steam. It's called Unity, where developers can upload their games for people to buy and play. And they have been under, they have gotten one of the worst internet beatdowns I've ever seen because they keep shooting themselves in the foot. So let's see, let's go back in time, maybe a week or so. The CEO sold all of his shares and disappeared. And then a week later, Unity announces that they're going to be charging developers 20 cents per download of their games. And that includes re-downloads, that includes demos, that includes free games, everything. So,
Pirated versions of the game.
yeah. So, for example, if a community hates a game, they can all download it like however many times they want and just bankrupt the company if they want to. Well, that's like the main issue that's being thrown around right now is because they can just do that. And yeah, that's pretty much the main problem. I saw something else that was new today, but it didn't really bring a whole lot of new information. But that's kind of the main thing is that people are just attacking the company and they don't seem to be walking it back. So yeah,
Yeah. So just to add like a couple of small details in there on top of what you're saying. So not only I saw that it was not only the CEO, but a lot of the top like board shareholders,
yeah,
maybe board members, I don't know, but a lot of shareholders did the same thing. They effectively knew that this was coming and they jumped ship before because they knew it would tank the price, the stock price. Actually, I'm going to check the stock price just real quick. But I can't talk and type. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't actually look that bad. Oh, it does. I was looking at the 1 day. The 5 day, it's down 5%,
Hmm.
which is actually up over like the month, which is interesting to me. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, but
yeah,
so yeah, Unity, it's a service that they can develop games on. It's an engine that they can create their games on. Yeah, every time someone downloads it, they're gonna institute this fee. There is like, as I understand it, they have different pricing models, I guess. And what most people will choose to do is they will choose to do the free model so they can use Unity. And it's free up to 1 million downloads. And once you hit that 1 million downloads, then they start charging you to use their stuff. What this new, basically, what this new fee is going to do is it will bankrupt indie artists. It will bankrupt smaller companies, gaming companies. It could effectively, if they follow through with it, this could ruin gaming as we know it. Like, I feel like it's a calculated move
mm-hmm.
to basically ruin gaming as we know it. And I don't know why a gaming company would want to do that, but it just, it's uncanny to me that this is even real. Like, it just blows my mind. More into it than that, because I was thinking about, because a lot of these small mobile games are built into Unity, but I was watching this video, this guy was talking about it, and I didn't know that Unity for mobile games, they have a deal where you get to access their tools for free forever for your mobile games, but you have to use their advertising company, so the ads they put in the mobile games, because they're trying to dethrone this other company as the primary mobile game ad company or source or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like it's a pretty calculated thing. I think that with anything, it's probably gotten a little bit blown out of proportion, but you never know because the CEO basically jumped ship. Like, he knew what he was doing. So
Yeah. It's just the eternal quest of um I don't know, the suits trying to nickel and dime gamers. Like, I have this quote up here from one of the people who jumped ship. I don't know who it is, but it is quote, when you are 6 hours into playing Battlefield and you run out of ammo in your clip, and we ask you for $1 to reload, you're not really price sensitive at that point in time, end quote. And like, this guy tried to get away with that, but he didn't. And it's just, I feel like
Well,
it's
oh,
something
sorry.
that
Yeah.
that just people will not take, and I think that this won't end well for Unity, I
Yeah,
guess.
I believe if I'm remembering right, I think that was the CEO that said that. Like the CEO wanted to charge people $1 per reload
Mm-hmm.
in their effectively their biggest franchise that they have on their engine.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But like I know people are like claiming that it's going to affect because Nintendo games, PlayStation, like there's a lot of games built on this engine, and but I'm pretty sure these bigger companies, like I said, I think they're trying to run out the little guys. They are using their tools for free, and they don't make anything off of it basically because unless there's a million downloads of the game, they don't have to, they don't charge you anything. And there's a lot of games on the Steam marketplace that you probably don't have a million downloads, but they're pretty popular. Two, 300,000 downloads probably makes them a little bit of money, but Unity doesn't get any of that. And so I'm assuming that's what they're going after. But the bigger companies like Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, or Activision or whatever, if they use that engine, I'm assuming they've paid for it already, so it won't affect the big guys, just the little guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, just trying to see how much.
I feel like gaming is kind of turning into this like ground for big companies to test the waters of how much that they can get away with nickel and diming people, and then they'll eventually bring it to more things like we mentioned a while ago on the podcast. I think it was BMW. Like, you have to pay for heated seats, and it's just gonna spread, and then you have to pay money to look up at the sun, and yeah, the stupid things like that.
Yeah. I was trying to see how much these indie games make on Steam. Steam takes a 30% cut, so whatever they make minus 30%, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, uh, like you said, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I just feel like the gaming community, like it's like almost like they're testing out how many. I feel like gaming was like the testing ground for so many little things. Like, isn't it? I swear we talked about this. Maybe we didn't. Isn't there one of the big car companies that's wanting to charge you for using certain features of the car?
Yeah, I think it was BMW. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
All I know is that it was heated seats.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. In 2020, BMW floated the idea of a pay-as-you-go, heated seats and steering wheels.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like, is it not enough to already upcharge people for like your car or your game or anything? Like you want that extra 20 cents out of it too. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that bringing it back to the Unity thing, I think that's like the really egregious thing is it's like you don't care how many of these younger companies or game developers you put out of business, you just want all the money. Like
Yeah.
you aren't about fostering a community, you aren't about fostering like new talent and ultimately creating this gaming space to bigger and better. You just want all the money, just
Yeah.
like Activision.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting. I know Unreal Engine 4 is already more popular and better. I think it just is, more expensive to use up front. But I'm assuming that more people will just use Unreal Engine and Unity will just kind of slowly fizzle out. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, that's all the depressing gaming news of the week.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So, I had come across a string of videos attached to a certain mayor in Spring Valley. I don't know what state it's in, but his name is Alan Simon, and there was this video going around. I put it in the videos section if you want to watch that at some point and just kind of skim through it. He's kind of like yelling at people in his office, and they're having some sort of meeting. I don't know about what, but they're Amish people, and he just gets up out of his chair and says, "I'm done with your bullshit. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these meetings. Get out." And he goes into his own office, shuts off the light, slams the door. A whiteboard falls on the ground and shatters. He's like, "Fuck it." Gets up. "F you guys. Bye." Leaves. And they're like, "What did we do?" Because at that point, the video kind of starts up and you don't really see what happens before he starts yelling. But anyway, after that, he kind of disappears from the town for a couple weeks. But during those couple weeks, the town is on fire. And there's a conspiracy going around that some people from town hall have started the fire. So the police go into town hall and they're raiding the his like offices and stuff for documents. And then he reappears out of nowhere. He's like, "Oh, I have no comment." Yeah. And I don't really know what came of that, but that was in 2022. And now, this year, a couple weeks ago, some a reporter and a couple cameramen go into his quote personal office, as he calls it, but of course it's the people's office because he's in town hall. That's not his personal office. So
Right.
they start asking him questions. He's like, "Get out of my personal office. I don't want you here." He's like, "Do you want to talk outside?" "No, get out." So they get out, and then later on, while they're like playing clips over this guy's past in the town, the reporter's like, "And we've had constant confrontations with this guy, and now he is under fire for firing a police officer for not arresting us for being in his in his presence." And that officer was someone who would like I guess who like kids like look up to as like a father, like a guy who like stop by the school a lot and talk with the kids and stuff. Well, I guess this mayor has also been found guilty, not like in court or anything, but he's been found doing putting officers onto school officials to spy on them for whatever reason. So
Ow.
yeah, he's it's quite the exciting story and turn of events, and it just got me to thinking about this one mayor that we had in my hometown growing up, where he was a pretty, I don't know, somewhat normal guy, but he would sometimes after his long days in town hall arguing about where trees should be planted and if dog poop should be picked up, he would drive his PT Cruiser around town and look into people's backyards and look into people's houses to make sure nothing was going on. And then his time being mayor ran up, and he still did that. He was still snooping around, looking at people's yards, walking around, just peeking everywhere where he shouldn't be. So, um, yeah, that just reminded me of the neighborhood that I grew up in, and like the town that I grew up in really didn't have like any problems with it. Like I want to say maybe once or twice, like we had like some car thieves come in for about like a week, and that was it. Other than that, there's like the the teenagers that grow up and move out of town, just typical things that do stupid stuff. But other than that, it's just kind of uncalled for to drive around a town with 200 people in it, thinking that, oh, I wonder if maybe there's a meth deal going on back here. Let's see what's going on in this guy's backyard. And there's nothing going on back there, of course. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. So on that note, do you have any like weird? I don't know. I didn't really prepare well for this question, but do you have any like weird town officials that you grew up with, or maybe you have now, or at any point that you've maybe heard of?
Nothing really off the top of my head
Mm-hmm.
other this one other than So this would be my, let's see. So it was my dad's uncle's wife, so my great aunt, I guess it would be,
Hmm.
who was, awesome person, and we all loved her, and she ran to be the sheriff of our county, and she won it, and we were all, super proud because our last name, this person is the sheriff, and we
Yeah.
know her, and I remember as a kid, I was in my parents had me in the Boy Scouts of America, and I remember one time they got her to bring her drug dog, and he was
Hmm.
coolest dog, man, awesome dog, and just like we loved it and we ate it up, and he was really cool dog, a big German Shepherd dog. Anyways, that all happened. She was the sheriff. Well, all of a sudden, and we didn't know why, and we were all just like blown away because she packs up her stuff while so my great uncle isn't there, and she's just gone. Like he comes home, and it was weird because she was the sheriff, but we were like wondering if we had to like put out like a missing persons report on her because like we had no idea where she was, and I was still pretty young, so I just remember my parents talking about it. But it turns out that she I'm trying to think of the right way to say all this. She wasn't into my uncle anymore, and she wanted to be into girls, and
Oh.
so she left my uncle high and dry, and she went on and and lived her good life, and good for her. And I'm not upset about it, but it was just I just remember as a kid thinking like, oh, is she gonna hate us now? Like, are we gonna have like this target on our back now because like she obviously doesn't, and it wasn't a very amicable separation between her and my uncle, I don't believe. Like I
Hmm.
think that he was pretty upset, which it would be a shock like if the person you spent a majority of your life with just leaves you and
Yeah.
goes the opposite direction. So I understand, like it's just this weird situation. But as far as your question, that's the only one that really thinks that I can think of. But I just remember thinking like being terrified of like running into her, and if she was like not happy with her family or anything, which I don't even know. I feel like she left pretty soon after that, and we haven't heard from her since. But
Really?
anyways, yeah. So just the county sheriff just like went AWOL for a while, and nobody knew where she was, but she was just off living her life. So.
Did she ever like come back to be a sheriff, or was that it?
I think she just served the rest of her term, and then I don't actually know like where she went after that. I haven't heard
Huh.
from her or heard anything about her for years. So
Wow.
my uncle, I mean my great uncle, he's still a bachelor. Like he's still just doing his thing. He sold used cars. He had a little
Hmm.
car lot, and he still does that. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
Nice.
that the mayor though, you're that guy. I want to watch the video because that's so weird. That's so crazy.
Hmm.
It makes me wonder how often stuff like that happens. Like how often the mayor or the senator or whatever you know
The state
elected
senator.
official is just this weirdo. Yes, the senator. It's just like this weirdo, and they just do really weird, obscure stuff, but nobody notices it because they're a politician and they can get away with stuff. So,
Yeah. You know what we could do? We could just listen to it because it's mostly audio anyway.
all right, yeah, let's do it.
And we could just queue up here.
Do you think that this is a
Okay. All right. Let me know when you're at zero.
Okay, yeah, let me do this.
This is our first attempt at trying something like this, so bear with us. We're still trying to figure out a way to get video on the screen and stuff like live or recording, so that'll be
It's
a
an
process to
on,
work on.
it's an ongoing thing for us.
Yeah.
Give me just a sec here.
All right. So here's what the description says of the video. Spring Valley Mayor Simon goes on tirade during meeting with trustees, Spring Valley Mayor Alan Simon recorded at a village meeting this week, launching into a profanity-laced tirade against Trustee Grossman. After continuous back and forth between the Mayor Simon and Trustee Grossman, the mayor refused to continue and left the meeting.
Oops. Okay, I am ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Do you think that this is a
You don't like it?
No, I don't
Go
like.
have your own goddamn meeting. I'm finished.
What happened?
No, I am
What
finished.
hap-
I am sick and tired of you
I have-
assholes.
I have-
I have had enough. You
What-
can go to hell.
What did I
You
do?
have a fucking question on everything I do. Shove it up your ass.
What did I do
No,
wrong?
I have had enough. Goodbye. I'm not
Thank
going
you.
to this goddamn meeting.
What did I do wrong? Explain.
Oh, you're a prick.
What did I
That's
do
what you
wrong?
did wrong? And I have no idea how you got that way. Go examine everybody else. But I'm finished.
You're a prick, that's what you
I've
did
had
wrong.
enough of you and your bullshit. I don't want to go to any more fucking meetings. I've had enough. Fuck it. I've had enough. I cannot deal
I've
with
had
this
enough.
shit. All I get from you guys is bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. I want to move this fucking thing along, and you guys don't want to do it. Fuck you. And that's official. You can go to hell.
That's
I don't give a
official.
shit what you do, how you do it, or how you vote from now on. Shove it up your ass. Did you film that? Thank you.
That guy in the suit just looks,
I love how he's just like so defeated. He's just like,
yeah, I'm out of here.
We'll have a meeting at 8 if we have a quorum.
Yeah, Deputy Clerk, please make note that we don't have a quorum anymore because one of the members left.
It's already been noted. Thank you very much.
You can hear him in the background.
he's still yelling. He's still going.
Active still in executive session because we didn't take a vote to leave executive session. Right?
So does that mean I continue with?
No, I don't. I don't have anything. I want
Here
to
he is.
Oh, he's back.
I give a shit less.
Not too much time.
Goodbye.
Forgot his phone.
Yeah. He threw a pebble on the floor or something.
I like how the other guy's just like, I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. It was really awkward in here.
Understands whether any of the trustees, including myself, have done anything wrong, asked any wrong questions. Have I done anything wrong in your opinion?
I
Have I asked
honestly
something
can't
wrong?
say you did anything wrong.
Okay, he only asked for an honest answer.
You're a prick. That's what you did wrong.
Oh man, there's so much I love about that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, it's-
yeah, that was too hilarious not to bring up. So
There's like in the recommended videos after, there's a bunch of thumbnails with him in them. We're gonna have to go through these and watch them later. Oh wow, dude, yeah, that's hilarious. Like I loved so much about that. So I loved so much about it, but I think the funniest part about it was the guy in the suit coat that was just like, he's just like sitting back and he just like kind of like looks around and then he just gets up and walks. He goes and puts the whiteboard back because he actually it reminds me of like Dwight from The Office. He's like, oh, don't you dare disrespect this office, and he goes and he like puts the whiteboard back nice and neat.
yeah. And then there's this the other clip where the reporter goes into that into that room. He's like, I can do what I want, and I'm like, he's Homelander, man. He's Homelander. I can do whatever I want. No one's gonna stop me.
Oh yeah, I've got this other one pulled up here where they're seizing all of his documents.
Yeah.
He's like really pissed off. He's like, what is going on? Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to follow this one.
No,
Oh, it was
yeah.
2 years ago. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Kind of old news if anybody had already known about that, but it's a really funny story.
Mhm.
What did I do? What did I do wrong? I was just asking questions, man.
Well, I have a question.
All right.
This is in "Am I the Asshole" post from Reddit.
Oh, I love these.
Now, okay, so a bit of backstory of me trying to find questions on Reddit. What I don't like about Reddit is that there are seemingly 99% of these are like relationship or like cheating stories, and I don't know about. I mean, you might think differently, but I try to like find like random encounters or whatever. Funny stuff, not like relationship drama. But I don't know.
Right. Like people are just wanting confirmation for what they've done in their relationship. They're just like, am I the asshole because this person was mean to me? So I went back to my old boyfriend and yeah. But no, I know what you mean. Sorry, keep going.
No, well, this one does have to do with a man and his wife, but this one's funny, so it doesn't matter. So here it is. I keep farting and my wife is getting mad. Am I the asshole? This morning, my wife showed me an Instagram video of a sexy Scottish man saying, quote, "If you don't laugh at farts, you are choosing to have less joy in your life, but the same amount of farts," end quote. We both chuckled, so I've been farting loudly all day and laughing. My wife is getting mad as hell and saying I'm gross. Am I the asshole, or is she refusing to let joy into her life?
So it's funny because she's the one that started it. She's like, look at this sexy Scottish man saying this. And then, he follows up with lots of farting and she's getting pissed off. I'm going to say that she is refusing to let joy into her life. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna take the devil's advocate. I think that smarts farts stink. So especially like I don't know, man. Maybe his wife cooks him all his meals, and like she just doesn't want to admit that that's why the farts smell. That kind of thing.
So you're saying he's an asshole?
I guess so. I don't know. Even after doing that, I would like, if I had like a wife or girlfriend, she was like, "All right, you have to stop." I'd be, "All right, fine, fair enough." But I don't know. Farting's pretty funny, so.
Okay, so okay, I have a story.
Oh, okay.
It's somewhat related.
Uh-huh.
So I remember when I first when I got into college, I met this girl and we hit it off and we started hanging out and then we started dating.
Mm-hmm.
And I got really comfortable with this girl. And like I can't imagine farting in someone you were dating like on purpose. But I remember we were in my car and we were just going somewhere. And I just like leaned over and ripped one, dude. And it took me like 0.3 seconds, and then I realized that my girlfriend was in the car next to me, and I was like, I like look over, and she just looked at me like, "Did you really just do that?" And it was this silent conversation and that lasted probably for like seconds, but it felt like it was so long, dude.
Uh-huh.
And I did feel like an asshole, but it was just like one of those things that happened,
Mm-hmm.
But like we were really close, we were really good friends, and I think for like a second I felt like I was hanging out with like the bros, because just one of those things that you do. And then I realized I was like, oh, I'm not hanging out with the bros, I'm hanging out with a girl. And I just ripped one, and I don't think she even said anything, and I was just like, I'm sorry about that. And she just was like, yeah. And I didn't end up dating her for very long. Maybe that's the reason why. I don't know, but we didn't date very much longer after that. But yeah, I feel like, so like you said, if you're in these things happen in a relationship. I'm married, I would know. They happen, but like you said, I feel like if if it continues at like all day, yeah, somebody's probably gonna get annoyed with it. But I don't know.
Your story reminded me of something that happened at a McDonald's. My parents took me to McDonald's maybe when I was 12 or 13, and I had to burp but I couldn't. And this and like we're kind of like off in like the kind of corner by the bathrooms, and there's no one sitting around us, so I'm like, all right, time to let loose. And then but quietly, of course, like just inside my mouth or something. And then this family walks around the corner, and I just let out the most unflattering burp you have ever heard. And they turn and they look at me, turn around, and go to sit somewhere else.
They thought you were gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
They thought you were that kid in the restaurant that just keeps going.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, definitely the asshole. I think that like I don't know, some jokes you can take not that far, especially if it has to do with bodily functions like farting. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think farts are funny in general, but over an extended amount of time, like I don't know if you've had that friend that would just keep, like, if you're in a car with them and they would just keep ripping them like an ungodly amount, and you don't know how they keep doing it. So I get it. Like I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But fun question.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And I would just like to add with my story, it was a really, really bad one. Like it was a big fart, dude. Like I absolutely ripped one, and we both knew it, and there is no denying it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I think we're on to our last topic. Onto the Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have some interesting ones today. We have actually, yeah, we'll just wait on those. So, let me know when you're ready.
Where did we end off here?
The cut
we ended
grass
off
is
on
the first one.
The bad one.
Yeah. So, first up, we have some cut grass for $45.
I'm going to point out, with local delivery.
Yeah. So, obviously, this guy just got done cutting his grass, and he snapped a photo and thought it'd be a funny picture. So,
Before I read the caption, I thought these were like Grinch like leggings for like dressing up for Christmas.
yes, those could be.
That's what it looks like, but now I understand what it is.
Next up, we have some Chinese communist propaganda for $480.
I wonder what it says.
I don't know, but it kind of looks like a worker. Like, yeah, this is the prime example for your social credit score. This is who you want to be.
I love communism. It is good. It's great.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man.
All right.
Next week.
This one, my grandma actually sent to me. So, courtesy of her for doing this one. So yeah, you want to take this one away? This one's 3 images, so.
We have a 1963 Chevrolet Impala, $6,500. Was listed 9 months ago. And it says, description, 1963 Chevy Impala sedan driven 500 miles. I have a tub, bow, B seat, all CV braces, flat top wheel tubs, CV pistons, rack, rolling frame, title, VIN tag, data plate. So you will need a new floorboard, new trunk floor, and new driver and passenger quarter panels, and you will have a 63 rag, black on black, and yes, I know it's a 62 tub. They are the same. And there's nothing here.
It's just all in pieces. Let's see what's in
Like,
the.
I'm just like, there's nothing.
There's a paint
there's
roller
like-
in the first one.
There's like, yeah, in the first picture you see like part of the seats and part of like an axle.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the second one you see like the half rear end of the car, not even like the full car. It's like the half rear end of the car where the back seat would go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the back seat. And there's like a rear differential there on the ground.
Yeah, the third photo is just a different angle of the first photo.
Oh, you're right. I see it now. Wonder why it's been on there for 9 months.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. No, jeez, that's man.
Let's see. Let's remind ourselves. All you need is new floorboard, new trunk floor, and new drivers and passenger quarter panels.
Apparently.
All right, this one's you.
Which one?
The next one.
Oh yeah. The title just says "Stuck in Mud" for $1. Description: Dozer ran good till the last storm. $2,000 and you dig it.
And there's just a picture of it just buried in mud and sand.
I like to think the person who posted this is like, it'd probably just be cheaper if I like sold it and had the person dig it out instead of doing it myself.
Yeah, for sure. And like rebuild the engine or whatever needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next we have a 2023 Boeing 747.
The description is on
Wing?
the next one. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there it is. Boeing 747 winglet, Virgin Airlines. Cool thing to have around as decoration or whatever. Around five dishwashers long and 3 dishwashers tall. 2,000 or best offer. Please stop thinking this is a joke. This is a serious post that any plane enthusiast may want to purchase as a decoration, etc. It's about I put my dishwasher next to it and I like scooted it about 5 lengths, and I stacked 3 of them up. Since when has dishwashers been a measuring metric?
You know what that reminds me of? Do you remember this post going viral around like 2020 when this local news network posted a photo of a boulder saying like this small boulder the size of a large boulder is blocking the road, so watch out.
I didn't ever see that.
Oh man, yeah, that was hilarious. It's just like the dishwashers.
It does remind me though, as I was reading it, of any Zombies fans will know, the Smith Plays Zombies map retrospectives, how he measured them all and knocked Durant Totens.
Oh yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, exactly.
The exterior is undefined. Okay.
This next
Oh boy.
Is it?
Oh, they get better. And each one gets better.
This one is not so much about the item, but as the photos. It's a 2002 Ford Ranger Super Cab, $1,500, driven 150,699 miles, and the photos.
Okay. I think. Oh. I think this is the best one we've ever seen. I love how he's like, ooh. And then he's like so happy, and then he's like,
It's I gotta flex on him, man.
And then he's like, flex on the haters. To be fair to him, he does have a very muscular looking forearm, so good for him. But there's no description. $1,500 as is.
Yeah. All right. This one is a 1995 Dodge Ram 1500 regular cab, cut down from $7,000 to $5,000, driven 200,000 miles, and the description. Okay. There's some facts about description. $5,000 cash, no less, no more. Final price. That's what I paid for it. I just want to get the same it's worth. I just need to sell ASAP. Thank you. Serious people take advantage. 1995 Ram 1500 5.9 Magnum AC, 4 brand new tires, sunroof, backsliding window, LED lights, custom brake lights in the back, clean title, nice paint job, custom box for speakers, full maintenance done 3 weeks ago, so that's new. Sunroof.
Oh, that's it. It's got a sunroof.
Hang on.
I just
Nice paint job, and the bumper is scraped up, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I always, because I've seen trucks like that where obviously they're not supposed to have a sunroof or a sunroof, and these people they'll just butcher their suit. They'll put a sunroof in, which it always ends up being like just this piece of like plexiglass that they have like silicone to the top. And then that doesn't work, so they put like a bunch of bolts in it. Yeah. I've seen this before, man. Not everything needs a sunroof.
So,
and yeah, like you said, the paint is pretty chipped up there.
This next one, I'm going to read the description, and you're going to describe what's in the second image. I'm selling my PlayStation 3 backwards compatible, which means you can play the PlayStation 1 and 2 and PlayStation 3 games on here. Works great, no problem. Will come with all cores and controller. Let me know if you are interested, asking for $300 or best offer. Now, what do you see in the photo?
I see a lot. But I'm pretty sure that's a bottle of pee on the ground in a water bottle. Ooh. And that, I mean, I don't know what the thing is next to it. Any guesses on what it is?
I can't zoom in on my laptop, but maybe a sock or a thin slice of pizza.
I think it's a sock, but my first guess was a piece of pizza, but it looks like it's too bright and vibrant to be pizza. He also has like a big old tub of like Vicks or Vapo Rub or whatever it is. And this pot is half gone. Like this boy has been using this pot of Vicks while he games.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that old desk too. That's like, you got from your grandma's house or something.
And it's full of games too. Does he
Yeah.
include all the games? Come with all cords and controller. Let me know if you're interested. Asking $300. $300 for a PS2 or a PS3? Interesting.
Yeah. This one,
I got this one.
all right.
Very good working condition on the entire unit. Measurements are 30 inches wide and 26 inches deep, and 5 foot 6 inches high. Pickup is in blank, ideal for a collector setting, or use it for another 45 years in any setting. If you are only replying with nothing good to say, then please call 1-800-DIM-RODS for something to do today or to find a life. And what we have here is, I mean, 60s, maybe 50s. I don't know when thing was made. It's a stackable. I've seen stackable dishwashers or washers and dryers, but I have never seen a stackable oven microwave combo. This thing is great.
Yeah, this looks like from like the same era as that that microwave with the light switch that we were looking at a few weeks ago.
I mean, it has like a vintage looking clock built into the face of the microwave.
yeah,
Like it looks like a clock you would find in your great grandma's house, like those really old, like when they first discovered analog clock, like how to make like face clocks, or I don't know what they're called, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't know if you can see it without zooming in, but if you zoom in, you see the guy that took the picture.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like this has been his oven and microwave since he was a youngin. Like he said, you could use it for another 45 years.
Yeah. Yeah, like the top part looks like something that you see on like the Death Star in Star Wars.
I don't know. It's like it reminds me of like Fallout universe stuff, like
Yeah.
just like over the top. Like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's funny though.
Next up, we have older 37-inch TV, works well with good pick, cash only, and you come pick it up, comes with stand. I wonder why they want you to pick it up.
Oh, geez, yeah. These were the eras where TVs weighed more than an entire home gym.
Yeah.
These things were, and 37 inches. That thing weighed 150 pounds easy.
Yeah. Didn't even dust it or anything for the picture either. You know?
And it looks like there's tape holding the stand together, and does it come with the VHS movies at the bottom?
Yeah.
Probably.
You know what this reminds me of? I don't know if I should say this or not. No, yeah,
Oh,
why
please
not?
say it. You got to say it.
So, I want to say like after my grandma passed away in like 2007, I think we got this entertainment center we had kind of one of these TVs to put in it, and it kind of haunted us up until my mom and I moved here to Arizona, and my mom kept it in her house for a while. And when it came to the point of actually moving, we kind of forgot about it up until the last moment, and we left it out in the shed at the place we were renting, and we don't know what happened to it. So we that was pretty funny, and we would always make jokes on the ride to Arizona that the landlord would be coming up in his pickup truck chasing us with the entertainment center, trying to get us to take it with us. Cause
It's like a Chucky. It's like a Chucky doll. Huh?
yeah, well, like it's like you can't like use a TV bigger than like I don't know, like, well, definitely not bigger than this, because it's you can only fit a TV so big inside one of those things, so it's like
Right.
really outdated and takes up a lot of space, and like you said, weighs a ton, dude. Like it was a nightmare trying to move that thing. Anyway.
Yeah, these were the TVs that were a nightmare for like overnight gaming sessions with your friend if you have to bring your TV, because it took like all of your friends to put it in the car, and it wouldn't even fit in a car. You'd have like a truck or a van or something.
This next one, I'll read it and you can describe the image again. Lazy spa, New York, with multiple color LED lights and cover, loads of chemicals included. Knocked down from 125 euros to 80 euros.
And what you get is you do get a lazy spa, and it's leaned up against the fence, and there is 2 dogs peeing on it. And you can tell, like, the inner lining of this pool looks like these dogs have been peeing on it for years. It looks absolutely disgusting. The whole, like, oh man, I zoomed in on it and it gets worse. Wow.
Why would you post that picture, man? It's just come on.
Don't confirm what people already think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like this is something you would never want to get in. You would never get in that in your entire life.
Yeah, exactly.
Loads of chemicals included.
Well, that's all I had for the Facebook Marketplace this week. So,
Those are great. I love those.
I can't say I'd buy any of these, so I'll just ask which one was your favorite.
Oh, the Ford Ranger one by far.
Yeah, definitely.
I just love his flex. I'm flexing on him. But also the 747 winglet was also pretty good.
Yeah, the 5 dishwashers long, 3 dishwashers tall.
So stupid.
All right, well, is that all you got for us?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, yeah. That's been 20 episodes of the podcast. So, you know what? Real quick, what's been your favorite moment, your favorite segment, your favorite thing to talk about, favorite topic?
Ah, dude. So I think my favorite is when we have someone on with us, and when we all like connect. And we're not going to know everyone we have on, but I mean, I'm very impartial here, but I love when Skull Basher comes on. And I think when Skull Basher was talking about his Fall Guys levels that he was creating, I think that was my favorite moment.
Yeah.
Good old Scully.
Oh, yeah.
We still need to play those with him, by the way. We need to do that.
That's right. Yeah. Man. I kind of cheated a bit, and myself, Mo, and AJ played them like a couple weeks back, but yeah, we'll have to get around to those.
Okay.
It's
all right.
I think they're a work in progress at that point, but yeah, I mean, for me, I'd have to say the probably the whole Wings versus Boogie thing, like covering that those 2 weeks, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always fun to dunk on Activision, so I could easily say that, but I kind of forgotten about the Wings and Boogie fight.
But yeah, Skull Basher is always awesome to talk to. So, all right, well, yeah, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe, share if you liked it, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.